Let's do this. So it's 1-to-1 between these teams, Ranisz and Papashka Gaming. I think Ranisz and Rataxas and Manisz are both Polish people.
Yeah, I know.
The other guys.
Rataxas is, because I've had some talks with them.
Yeah, and the other guys are Russian, so a little bit of an East European heads up here. Never mind. Okay, so let's have a look at this Hive Tyrant. Red, white armor plates and red skin. Awesome. Just do it. Some standard looking orcs. Teleport the mech again. Yeah, here you see the goodies just shotting their way to the position point and stuff. Nobody's getting the central direct point for Team Red. Team Papashka Gaming. A little bit of an oversight over there. And text coming up for Ner'zhul, who is playing at position. I don't know what position it is, but on top. Manisz is going for the central harassment at first. Jamagan's being outshot by some shooters. Slugger boys coming in as well. Where's the mech?
Interesting to see if Ner'zhul goes for his double tack build that he did in the first game.
Yeah, might be good on this map to hold the centrum. On the other hand, you want to have a little bit of oh, I see it. Do you see this mech? This Tyasyan mech. Just teleporting into all the swarmy stuff. We'll see the inevitable electric armor on this too. Wow, Sluggers almost wiped. Sluggers might wipe here. Sluggers do wipe. So early loss for Tyasyan. Mech is in retreat.
Not unnecessary loss too. I mean, losing your sluggers, especially early game, sluggers are one of the units that can scale so well later into the game with their burners and then their knob later on.
Yeah, definitely. Sluggers do so much damage, and if you support them well, they can just steamroll everything a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Basically in tier 2, if they're not here, they get one of the best melee units you can have in every kind of race.
Not to mention since he is playing the mech, he can use I forget what the global is called. I think it's Mordaka global. You can lock down an enemy commander, and then your sluggers can run in and smack him up and usually kill him.
Yeah, Hive Tyrant gets forced off here by the Techmarine. And it is a second tactical marine squad coming up. Spore mines on the field for the Texas floating around a little bit, and we have looters from Manisz. A little bit of a side shuffle here. Hive Tyrant being here and Manisz here. Spore mines floating in, getting an explosion also off on these shooters. Second explosion coming? No. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't really use their spore mines at the right time.
Yeah, they're too once they get the unit out, they just kind of want to use them right away, and if you're more patient with your spore mines, then they can actually pay off even fairly later on, so.
Yeah, both red players now in the centrum. And this is what Crazy talked about, so they teaming up at the middle, and they lose their natural victory point to some sluggers, who can upgrade to the burners as well and burn out those gens.
It's also kind of a scary thing to blob up in mid like they are, because then your gen farms are exposed, and I mean the mid is, yeah, it's a good thing to have, but if your gen farms are torn down, then well, you kind of need to just forget about it and go defend your gen farms. Lose a few VPs, but
Tyasyan is doing a good job with his mech teleporting in and tying up the suppression teams. And we have double suppression weapons for Manisz, so they've got on his mech and looter squad. Yeah, and these sluggers are killing the node over here. totally uncontested, but now they need to go. Shotgun scouts, don't run in there. No retreat unit though. It's not a dealer. Yeah, quite good opening for blue team here. Taking back
Yeah,
the
once
middle.
again, after that first game where they weren't, I mean, it was extremely laggy, but they kind of bounced back nicely after that first game. And
yeah, to be honest, I kind of expected them to win this series, but
yeah, I came in expecting that too. I mean, they have a lot of experience as opposed to this other team who I really haven't heard of, either of the players. So.
yeah, I played this Tyasyan guy 2 times, I feel like. Very good games, so it's not exactly the same class as Rataxas and Manisz, which
Ranisz.
who would have stomped me, so I'm not that good at playing. Yeah, and it's so teaming up at the Centrum with all this ranged army. Red team in fact does have ranged only at this moment. Didn't work out well at the point where Manisz had his death guns.
It's kind of surprising that Rataxas actually did go ahead and get Barb Strangler Warriors. I mean, there's really nothing to counter them if they were melee, and
The shotgun scouts maybe we upgraded the elite training, I guess.
yeah, I get well shotgun scouts, but that's not. I mean, that's the other person's lane. So if you were to just keep him melee, he could just bully around those shooter boys.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Tyasyan isn't even getting any. What is he spending his resources on? He has double big shooters, no knobs, and no commando upgrade. It's just crazy. I mean, he can go tier 2.
That would be a really bad choice. I mean, they're getting owned in VPs. He can't hold his gen farm. His opponent is having a hard time, or his ally is having a hard time holding his own gen farm, so he just needed another. I mean, even replacing his sluggers would have been a good thing. Just some threat. Something.
Yeah, I guess so. Wow, these sluggers wipe. Yes. Shooters. So one shooter squad down for Manisz, but he managed to cap the power farm. The natural power farm of Ner'zhul. It's 500 to 0. Tyasyan is getting base locked by Rataxas. I think they could just call it here. Valiant the fort, winning the first game. Well done, but now it's over, I think. The Warboot might lose a model here. At least, yes, it's retreating. After running in. Tier 2 for Tyasyan, ASM for Ner'zhul, so Ner'zhul is pushing back a little bit.
Yeah, but his ASMs, I mean, by the time they get out and actually start to have an impact, it looks like Manisz is probably going to be tier 2, so he can just get a Death Dread out or something. And
yeah, and this would screw the red team up royally, so...
yeah, I mean, they already don't have any gens, so...
they don't have UPs either, so...
basically no potential for AV anytime soon.
Yeah, Meg teleporting in. Going to go down here. There we go. Yeah, Ner'zhul is now trying to approach... oh, it's good play from the Texas, building up a bruteness for Manisz here. Manisz setting up his mech, suppressing all the stuff. Shotgun blaster to the face. Ruders need to go. There's enemy dropping a model. Wow, Sluggers now with their mob leader. You see any more outfits? Yeah, we have the custom force field for the mech. Oh, teleporting in with this to retreat now. Yes.
It's kind of an interesting choice to get on a... I mean, he's got his death gun upgrade already, so he's not really mobile.
Yeah, and that's he's using it to just teleport in while the custom force field is active, knocking shit over and suppressing them. So Weird Boy is on the field for Tyasyan. Rataxas, what GT just invest in. Some upgrades for the Hive turn, I guess. Extended characters coming up. New Goodness. Spiteful position. Can there actually be two Goodness? I thought you would destroy the first one if you build up the second.
No, you can have as many Broodness as you want.
Okay. Manisz is just mauling Ner'zhul over here. No burners up. Oh, there we go. Okay. Some jumping. Not the best idea. Ner'zhul is still not in tier 2, so he can't do much against this truck.
War truck, yeah.
Yes, I'm dropping models now. Jumping out. Not dropping the model. Oh, he did. He did. On the fly, basically.
Died in midair.
Yeah. Doesn't look too good for red team. For Papashka. Gonna be 500 to 0, I guess. Both players basically getting base locked. Oh, Tyasyan lost his weird boy at some point. That's bad. Sets him even more back.
Yeah, and he doesn't really have the power to get any other units.
Yeah, and it's 500 to 0, I guess. Good play from blue team. Tyasyan trying to teleport over this cliff to decap the centrifugal point, but it's way too late. And yeah, there's the GG. So Rataxas and Manisz advance to the next game versus Kretella and Commissar Yaren. Commissar Sebastian Yarrick, to be precise. He didn't save the last replay, I guess, since he dropped, so I'll save it now.
I saved it in my mind.
Yeah, you do things secretly, right?